line somewhere.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Welcome to our online live testing of a new 16x wilderness map that will hopefully be coming out in the very near future. So we've heard of standard size maps. Sometimes people call them 2x maps, but they're not 2x because it would have to be twice x. And what is x? Well, on a standard size map, x is itself, so it can't be 2x. So a standard map is 1. 4x map is 4 standard maps. 2 maps across, 2 maps up. 16x map is 16, or especially, sorry, is 8 maps across and 8 maps vertically. Basically.
I'm empty, so I should
8 kilometers squared.
Yeah.
Standard map is 2 kilometers squared. Let's go ahead and take a look at the PDA and the buyable lands. Oh, wowzers. All right, so I just bought Farmland ID 6 just for the heck of it. $600,000. I mean, that's a 4x map almost. Right there. $4 million. We've got little smaller plots down here. A little more reasonable sized plots, $100,000, $150,000 each. Various size plots on either side, right? We've got placeable production. We have placeable custom bunker silos for silage production, for compost production. We're going to be taking a look at most of those tonight. The map is not blank. There are sell points to the south, east, and west. I'm going to be getting to those here in a moment. I just wanted to draw a second leg out of my square. We can barely see. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it. Barely see off in the distance. Right there at the top of the screen is where I went across at the top of this square. Right? And that's basically a portion of Farmland ID 6. Tuki's down there harvesting some wheat. So the bottom half of the map has wheat painted in. It's not a field. Wheat is painted in. So it is just like No Man's Land.
I can see you there off in the distance plowing.
Yeah, I see you off in the distance harvesting with that little toy harvester, it looks like.
Yeah,
so, buy the land,
your stagger looks
carve it up,
small too.
place your buildings down. There are sell points for pretty much everything already pre-placed, but of course, you're probably going to put your own sell points down because it's like a 10-minute drive at full speed to get across the map. Connor, what's up? What's up? Now, before we get too busy, this video is brought to you by Northern Knights and Ronnie Johansson. Thank you for being farm barons. I mean, how many times have you heard people ask, or how many times have you asked yourself, man, I wish we had a 4X No Man's Land. I wish we had a 4X Western Wilds. I mean, why not just take it to the next level and have a 16X Western Wilds or a 16X No Man's Land? So this map is flat. Okay, if you want hills, you're gonna have to put them in yourself. If you want trees, you're gonna have to put them in yourself. But you know, landscape to your heart's content. Add rolling hills, add mountains, add cliffs, add waterways, ponds, whatever you want. Ah, Will has let the cat out of the bag. A 16x version of Nebraska lands is on its way. Here we go. Let's get a little altitude. Let's get a lot of altitude. And let's just, there you go. Oh, look, that's the square I plowed. And that's just a portion of Farmland 6. So right smack nearly in the middle of the map, we have the store. We have a fuel depot. You'll probably run out of fuel trying to drive back from the fuel depot. And we have our animal dealer. All right, just to show you how fast we're running here. Right, that's how fast I'm running. Let's make our way down to the southwest corner. We're gonna find some sell points. 5 days to go, indeed, Connor, indeed. In fact, we only have 5 more daily game giveaways in the Discord. We've already given away 20 games this month. That has become a rather popular feature for the last 20 days. 19 days. We've given away 19 games. We started December 1st. Down here in the extreme southwest corner, we have Midwest Shipping Sell Point. We have Midwest Grain Systems. We have a buy station for pig food. We have the Stone Crusher. If you're crazy enough to play with stones enabled, we have an iron ore sell point. We have an anhydrous buy point. We have a fertilizer buy point, and a lime and road salt buy point. I'm gonna have to not run. All right, so we have those. This is going to be for our products, our pallets and such, the shipping. Then we have anhydrous, right? We have seed and fertilizer right here. Let's make our way across the bottom of the map over to the extreme southeast corner. And Farmer Trio, if you live in the hilly area of Kansas, well, you can put your own hills in too, right? This is a wilderness map, but do whatever you want.
What did you do to my tractor?
There was a tornado.
Your farmhouse is right here.
That's my story, and I'm going to stick to it at least.
It's going to be your farmhouse with your sleep trigger. We have access to this old rustic pickup truck. And if you start in new farmer mode, there's some old rundown equipment that you can also get. Let's take this at full speed and see how long it takes us to get over here. Breaking the speed. $60 miles an hour. You see how slow we're puttering across. Mr. Easy, what's up? What's up? Now the big thing is, this isn't your standard map, right? We don't have predefined fields. We don't have predefined farms. It's literally everything and anything that you want to make of it. If you want a bunch of square fields, go right to town. If you want to draw out complex shapes, if you want to put in ditches, if you want to put placeable water planes, right? With all the mods that we have on the Giants Mod Hub or outside the Giants Mod Hub, the only limitation is going to be your imagination. I have a feeling there's going to be lots of fast farming going on maps like this. Imagine it. What if there was a challenge? I'm not going to do it. But I'll throw this out there. That's just autosave. I think I have the server autosaving a little bit too early. Too soon. Imagine a map. Imagine a challenge where you had to harvest the entirety of the 16x-ness of this map, which meant you had to plow up the entire map, you had to plant the entire map, and eventually harvest the entire map. I like the brake stick on this truck because it decelerates way too quickly. Over here we have another grain sell point. We have another shipper sell point. We have more buying stations for various products. Well, I don't know. Do we have a train? Do we have a train on this map? So we have a Middle America granary. We have agrichem herbicide and liquid fertilizer buy points. We have Millennium shipping sell point. We have a selling point for cotton and wool. Root crop sale point. Wholesale foods sell point. Wholesale foods. Supreme milk. Bale sell point. Compost and wood chip sell point. We have a buy point for seed. Buy point for water. And a buy point for propane. That's all that's built into the map. The rest is 100% yours to build out on. The train that comes across 3 to 4 times a day, it's just a deco train, not an actual drivable train. And, you know, that's the map border. Alright, let's head back up there and start painting some stuff down and seeing how things go. We'll leave our truck here. Alright, I mean, you see how fast I'm flying here. And it still takes a long... I mean, this is all free wheat. Free wheat. Harvest this wheat and then plow it up. Wheat for as far as you can literally as far as you can see, you have free wheat. Oh, we're just now. Oh, no, I think we still have free wheat. We may now be seeing, yep, we're seeing now the edge of it. Schultz, what's up, sir? What is up? What is up? So, since this is not an actual field, you do get an interesting grass texture underneath, right? Because this is just painted wheat. And then here we have drawn out what would be a good hunk of a standard map as one field. But on this map, it is just a mere fraction of a portion. Let's go back. Let's look at the lands area again. Right? We have a total of what? 36 viable farmlands. The smallest farmlands are to the south, just under the road. And then we have some farmlands over here on the east of the map. Then we start getting a little bit larger farmlands over here available on the west. And then the biggest plot of land, which is literally probably very close to a 4x map all by itself, up here in the upper northeast corner. Right? It's crazy. 1, 2. Let's count these out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So if we had 16 viable plots to the south, evenly separated out, that would be 16 maps wide. Right? To give you a frame of reference. I wanted to do some testing here while these guys are doing some stuff. We've got lots of various ground textures. Where am I even at? Let's go over here. Oh, you can have 5, 6, 12, 16 people on this map. And 16 people could have their own normal size map worth of land to do what they wanted with. Right? It's crazy. We have animal mud, asphalt, dark asphalt, asphalt rough. We're just painting this down. Make sure these textures work. Concrete, dirt, dirt brown, dry dirt, forest ground, grass, dry grass, grass dry patchy, gravel, gravel dirt, gravel dust. I was surprised we couldn't paint like plowed ground. I mean, that would make making fields a lot easier. Gravel moss, pathway, gravel pathway, riverbed, and that is all of that. Now we know about this. This has been fixed already. So meadow alt, para flower, big branches, zones. So these are all paintable plants. Clover foliage. Cultivate. Oh, we can put down cultivated ground. There. White cap. Grass. Grass big. Grass middle. Grass small. Green tall weed. Maiden fern. Maple leaves. But not the hockey team maple leaves. Meadow middle. Jeez. Meadow small. Plowed. There we got plowed ground. Okay. So we do have that. Flower rumex. Small dense mix. Small rumex. Stinging nettle. Stone big. Do I really want to put down big stones? Stone medium. Small stones. I mean, I'd just go to Tuki's farm and just plant stones. Then we have our normal shrubbery. Standard trees, right? Where do we go? We're over here. So what's the difference between That and animal mud. What were they? Animal mud and rough asphalt look the same. Animal mud and then rough asphalt I don't think is right. That looks like animal mud. Oh, there we got some red dirt. It's got some red clay going on here. You definitely have choices. Definitely have choices. Mushrooms. Here we have our cultivated ground. Sticks. Sticks and stones. And yeah, there we go. We have our plowed ground. And then we have whatever that is. And then we have our rocks. Mr. Easy, as soon as we're done, as soon as we've figured out all the testing, figure out all the issues, think we've figured out all the issues, hopefully soon. That's our goal. Welcome to the only field on the map. Do you need to unload?
No, I can make it up to the top fine. I didn't even see you floating up there till you said something.
Let me go, let me go offload you and then I can at least sell this. So this is obviously a PC map. And if you don't have a PC, well, might I suggest checking out the systems from Apex Gaming Computer. Let me go ahead and bring those up. So we do have a partnership with Apex Gaming Computer. Currently they're offering 25% off on a holiday sale. Now it may be a little late in order to pick something up before the holidays, but you never know. You never know. 25 for you is the coupon code. We've got 3 configurations: Yeoman, Homesteader, and Rancher. I personally think Homesteader is the best value for the buck. So right now that's going to be $1372.46 with the 25 for you discount code. You see how those configurations here below. Homesteader is going to be a 12600KF processor, 120mm AIO, 16 gigs of memory, a 360 Ti graphics card, 512 gig fast NVMe storage. Most importantly, a 750 watt power supply. So plenty of room there to grow and expand. Windows 11 Home, and currently free RGB light kit and controller. Again, Apex Gaming Computers linked down in the description below. 25 for you is the discount code to get 25% off. I overshot you a little bit.
I thought you were going to sell.
No, I was in the middle of the ad spot. No extra crops. Standard crop counter.
These bad things happen when you give me money.
standard crop counter. Will was saying that geographically it's very, very similar to Elm Creek. So assuming the crop counter was based on Elm Creek, then it's just standard on that. Oh, yeah, and that's autosave. I need to go in before we stream again and kick that back. We are definitely lost in Kansas. We're going to be teleporting. We're not going to be driving all the way down there. We're going to teleport. So let's go ahead and take a look. So here we have our crop types, right? We have everything but sugarcane, including the premium expansion crops. Here we have the default growth schedule.
It should be good to go sell now.
And then the prices screen. Right now, sugarcane is still listed in here, but that is going to be corrected. Right, so we have multiple sell points for our grains for the most part. We have sell points for the productions. And I believe we also have sell points for, we have dry maize built in, soybean dryer built in, propane. We have the ability to make compost. And of course we have anhydrous built in. You'll just need to have an applicator. And then we can, if you put down trees, you plant trees, support for all the platinum expansion production and the premium expansion production and crops. Hello. Ah, we nearly overshot the map. Oops. Well, Schultz, instead you can harvest it one row of carrots at a time. Okay? How about that? How about them apples? How about them apples? I don't know. If we're on the wrong side of the collision.
I'm sure if we planted this whole map to cane, I don't think Schultz would ever show up.
We don't rate maps until they are fully released. Right now we get a knock because we have sugarcane.
He says he's sick or something.
But we have everything else technically, yeah. I mean, wilderness maps rate pretty high because a lot of things are automatically built in, right? I don't know if we have any production. Do we have a sawmill or anything built in? No production, so that would, well, the entire map is set aside for production. So there's that, right? That's a caveat on that one. Production built in or areas set aside for it. You can dozer, but it's far more profitable to sell it.
Jacer.
Tempting to be.
It's far more profitable to sell the compost.
God damn, that sink was unbearable.
I know.
Well, he's technically not in. I mean, you had your sink, and then like 10 minutes later, you actually, there he's in. You actually came in then. What kind of ads are these? The ads
Very
that
disturbed at the landing point.
are favorable.
I'm seeing the back of a sign, and I'm worried to death. It says J 1.2. Or J 1. How many is it? 1.2 or 1.6?
It would probably say J 1000.
Oh, it's a left-right arrow. That would have been a great thing to put in here. Sorry.
So as far as custom, we're gonna place all this stuff down too. We have a pre-compost maker. We have compost bagging to place down. Let's go finish unloading this, and then Schultz, watch out, it's not released yet. There's still an opportunity to make that change. That's the mother of all bins.
The first time I ever actually bought one. That thing really is massive.
I think we could probably teleport that to a sell point.
I didn't know how long it'd take, so I figured I'd buy it to have here to dump into when the truck's full. I feel like that might not be enough tractor for it.
Well, now I'm gonna place some buildings down.
You know, for being a mother bin, I don't think it's that big. Only 200,000 liters.
Let's just buy the entirety of a 4X map. Okay, so sheds. Do we have any custom sheds built in? No. Silos. Yes, so we have a... Where are we at? Here we go. Plants, grass. Grass. Where's the grass?
Oh,
Grass. One day we'll get these fixed.
key mistake I just made.
You're not supposed to admit it when you make a mistake.
Bought a tractor without GPS.
Oh, is there a maintenance trigger at the shop?
Yeah, I think there is.
Oh, you can fix it easily enough then.
Yeah, and it's so far to drive too. Right there in front of me.
I'll get this. Turn away. Okay. So we have the, where are we at? Building silos. 360 degrees. This is a silage bunker silo. Then we have a compost bunker for compacting compost. We have a grain dryer. So they all place. We have a sleep trigger. V.
You want me to come and cut some of that wheat down so that you don't have so much to combine there, Tukey?
Oh, sure, if you feel like it.
Oh, I put a sleep trigger inside a tote. Oh, we have then pre-compost. Dang, that thing's big. So this is going to be used to make compost.
Sounds appropriate. Just climb in there and sleep for the night.
Then we have a compost bagger.
All right, what do you need me to do?
Oh, what do you want to do?
Oh,
So at one point in time, we started baling to see if we could, like, sell bales.
oh
So
okay.
there's some straw bales. I guess you could load them up on something
All right.
and do that.
Well, I was catching up to Tukey so fast, so I started cutting
Oh.
grass too, so.
Yeah, Dwayne's gone crazy with cutting grass. I guess we could ted it and make sure it converts to hay and all that fun jazz. Pretty much, we just need to try to do things to make sure they work. Right now, I'm placing everything that's custom, like to make sure that. Remember when we tested Emerald Coast, and there was some buildings I was placing and they never appeared, and we found them all like, you know, a half-mile up in the sky.
Yeah, that was an interesting bug.
So that's why we just try to place things and see what happens. I suppose there are no deco elements that are custom. No. And we've already done that. Let's make sure we can landscape. Yep, I can raise. I can lower. I can level. Can build out a ramp. What's the fastest thing we've got? I was just checking that I could landscape and, you know, terraform, and I accidentally built out a ramp.
Uh-oh.
So, you know, there's ramps are only made for one thing.
No.
Plant some trees on it?
And if you build out a ramp by accident, then you definitely have to jump something off it. Oh, I stuck the landing too. Check. Ramp works. Okay, so we have that. Soften. Yeah, we're able to soften. So you can definitely terraform. All right, check. Okay. Let's look at our productions.
Yeah, that's kind of cool, the way the
So
equipment
Or-
spawns across the road from the dealer.
Dave
Very
Silo.
neat.
Yeah, because that's where the parking lot is.
Well, yeah, but you know,
V
I've never
Games
seen
2,
that.
indeed,
Oh,
16x
spawned in
wilderness
you know,
map.
the same lot.
So we can make silage out of grass or chaff. Corn, propane, and soybeans
You know me, I'm new and
to do
naive.
dry maize or dry soybeans with our dryer. We have compost, so we can bring straw, manure, diesel, water, grass, hay, chaff, sugar beet, potatoes, or sugarcane, and
New
produce
as in
up
Newborn.
our compost,
New as a newbie.
pre-compost. I mean, Will, you could technically, I guess, take out sugarcane since you've
Hey, look
removed
at,
it
oh,
from the
I
map.
tell you what, I couldn't have spawned better if I tried.
There's no
right
way to
in
make
the middle of
pre-compost
one
from
of your
sugarcane.
rows.
And then we're going to
I didn't
take
even know they were
our pre-compost. We're going to put it in our compost bunker. This one.
Well, for cutting grass.
And then we're going to blanket it.
Yeah,
And
so
we're going to
you're-
cover it. And we're going to
Yep, I'm gonna
bake
TED
it.
for a minute.
And then once it bakes, we can take it over here
Yeah, I'm gonna.
and
see
either
if you
use it
got
on the field. That'd
full
be a
load if you're gonna
very
pick up
expensive
bales to
fertilizer.
Sell.
We can sell it in bulk, or we can take it to farmers compost bagging and get ourselves some bags of compost. Right?
I'll have to pick up a loading wagon yet.
Oh, loading wagon. The biggest one we have.
And start on that outside strip near the fresh plowed area. One.
We find a proper tractor. Custom license. We even have Kansas license plates. Kansas license plates. Look at that.
Mm.
If Smokey the Bandit was a farmer, this is what he would do.
You just go ahead.
You're not a true farmer until you switch to the shorts like I do.
Really?
And Mayhem crew hoodie even.
So growing up when we were doing hay, especially when we were doing alfalfa, we would have people who never really did hay before come help us.
Oh boy, I see where this is going.
They'd show up in shorts because you know it's 95 degrees out and 80% humidity. And we would say, you may want to go home and get some pants on. No, I'm good. And then they would, they'd leave after about 30 minutes and we'd never see them again. Well, we got 30 minutes of free labor out of them. I don't know what the legs look like after that.
Yeah, you only do that once.
Can you get a bigger tedder?
No, I wanted to go with one of these little single row, kind of like a carrot machine.
Oh, I mean, scale-wise, it looks pretty small.
I should have bought
see, we gotta
my horse
put
from the get-go and just spent the whole time plowing to see how far I could get.
we gotta put plates on front and back.
2-3 meter plow.
Yeah, with whatever that little baby Salek one is.
Oh,
I'd probably just about be done with my first pass when we got finished.
I was using a 6 meter, the biggest one I had, 6 meters. It was barely drawing a line on the map.
Yeah, if I have to use like the regular Benson 19 or a slightly bigger modded one if you want in a faster manner.
Well, I can see folks using, I would say, crazy modded capacity stuff on this map, or all of the various fast farming techniques that the kids are hip to these days.
I don't think it'd be bad to play realistic. Just, hire a couple workers when you harvest, because you don't gotta worry about them getting stuck, really.
Ian H. That's probably the right name. Ian H. CCS 101. He releases all his stuff over at nexusmods.com. Don't worry about missing it. All you gotta do is subscribe to the channel. Tick that notification bell because we will be publishing a map video once it is released. So he's the same map author that has done Emerald Coast. He's working on Middle America, which is a 4X edit of Elm Creek. And just started working on a 16X variant of Nebraska Lands, which is a very popular 4X map in FS19. Oh, I forgot. You have to basically back up to the back of this thing. So yeah, FS22 handles these bigger maps very well.
I think you need that side dump one that's like with the hexa branch flude or something.
If you back up to it, it works. Just gotta
580V because that's got side dump. Otherwise, it's really hard to hit his trigger on those.
I managed. I think you're probably going to want to put a fuel station down like every 3 or 4 map widths, just in case you run out of fuel.
and a toolbox.
You have to have a massive fuel bowser.
Fuel bowser and a mobile repair trigger, or somebody's toolbox if you're not on a server. Oh, I see your little sunflower field now.
Toolbox works on a server.
You just can't move it on a server though, right?
Yeah,
Like,
it's permanent.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
You should just put it at every intersection on Team Possible. Always sell it.
Will was telling me before the map, before the tour, not the tour, the stream, that as it turns out, FS19 buildings we're already set up for the whole parallax occlusion texturing. It's just the game engine didn't support it. So when you take an FS19 building and bring it into 22, you get that texturing automatically. Little factoid for all, showing maybe the Giants has indeed a grand plan and kind of implements things in the back end before they're implemented full scale. Maybe we'll get actually usable depth next time. Maybe next year. Right? We've had depth since 2019. It's just hidden away in the XML. Yeah, there were a very few placeable mods in 17. You can still go over to the Giants Mod Hub and look up FS17 if you modify the URL properly. Speaking of that, did you know at this point we are now beyond the number of mods released for FS19 in FS22? And we have at least probably another 11 months of FS22 life. Let's go put this over in our pre-compost maker. I think I should challenge all of you on the server to build out your own farms on little plots of land south of the road. Down at the bottom of the map. Each of you gets your own plot and just go to town building out whatever you want.
We could before our next task.
Yeah.
Just each of us pick one of those little mini plots. I use the word mini loosely though.
Oh my gosh, Schultz is so full of himself. Yeah, Schultz paid a guy to come into one of my map videos today and comment that he adds Schultz's moddings sell everything placeable on all his maps to make up for modders' shortcomings. I'm like, how much did he pay you for that?
He must not know the right modders yet then.
Jeffrey's game. No, you don't get mods. You have to deal with what
Put in
is
my mod
available.
folder just in case I need to sell something that's not on a map or I feel like working in another sell point. It's nice so you can rename it.
Schultz wants to do. He wants to build out a farm, but he claims he has to have 17 gigs of mods. 17 gigs of mods
accurate.
to do.
Only 17? I think he said he had 32 gig of mods already.
Yeah, he's far worse than I am when it comes to downloading mods.
Oh, he's got his servers on GPortal, so he's got 25 gigs of space.
He's probably got like 50 gigs on his hard drive.
That's what I'm looking for. No, not animal transport. Animals. Here we go. Alright, no, that's not what I wanted. Oh, we don't have anything that can transport propane or anhydrous or anything like that.
65 gigs.
I was
Good.
both these.
I have to figure out which is which here. We have Free compost is 3. Okay. We want to go to 3 fill level input for diesel. You know, fill that up. And I want to fill up water while I'm at it. Straw, let's start this thing up. Get that running. How long does that take to load? How long does a 65 gig mod folder take to load up?
You want me to save that plot of sunflowers for harvest, or should I just plow it in?
Oh, it doesn't matter to me. 5 minutes.
Well, that's
Right.
a lot. It wouldn't even cut the sunflowers.
Let's see here. Let's do all right, I bought a bunch of plots down south. You all can pick one each and build out your little farms.
You want us to do that tonight or do it tomorrow?
Oh, you can do it whenever.
Alright, I'll probably jump on tomorrow during the day and build something out.
Does that include field or just farmyard?
Whatever you want to do.
Cool beans.
Well, it's all in the name of testing. But I mean, literally imagine having a 16 slot server and having 16 people that wanted to do this type of a thing, and they could all build out 16 different farms and farmlands and production and all the other fun. I mean, you'd have a massive setup. Somebody could go and build out a town like they did on No Man's Land. That one time Raz did a thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm the anti-hoarder. I delete just about every map moments after recording the video, because I know I'm not going to be playing on them. We're up to 304 map videos for FS22. 2 dropped yesterday. If you hadn't seen those videos, go check those out. They didn't necessarily score the highest, but they were definitely still worth checking out. Especially the Northern Ireland map. Coastal map, rolling hills of meadows, fields. I think 4 different farms. Yeah. Go check out the other one. Visually, the other one looks just fabulous.
What's this weird sign here mean that says 55 on it? I don't understand.
It's what you can't drive.
Oh.
How many cows do you think this map would support?
Oh my.
I'm gonna go with 11.
2 or 3?
I don't want to run out of food.
I think you could definitely add enhanced animals.
Yes.
Or maybe I should go up to like 69.
I thought it looked good. I like the GMC pickup around back. Right, there's our Ford tractors and equipment.
I saw that, Will, in one of your early pictures. That is gorgeous.
Not really sure where the icons went. Did I go and turn those off by accident?
So what all can you pour into the composter? Could you like pour carrots and peas and whatever our new crops were?
Parsnips and red beets.
Yeah, parsnips, red beets.
No.
I don't fully understand that.
There, they're back,
We'll be
okay.
able to add them because you have sugar beets and potatoes ready in there. You know, a root crop just like those.
Let's see.
Like the
if my
Mako,
memory serves me correctly.
The laptop,
manure,
Farming Simulator
straw,
22 on it.
water, diesel for that
So-
composter to work.
So right now it takes straw, grass, hay, chaff, sugar beet, potato, and sugarcane. But he's edited sugarcane out. I mean, I guess he could add... I don't know what would happen if he added the premium stuff and then the person didn't have premium.
Good point.
Oh, I need manure in there too.
I have a feeling most people are probably going to go the straw, grass, hay, and chaff route anyway.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
There we go. So just looking at the dealer, we've got an old
You know, if you
Ford
have a little
harvester around the
extra
back
leftover or it gets damaged in the field.
and a old GMC pickup truck. It's just been rhino lined. It's kind of got a texture to it.
Well, I guess Jaser didn't make too much of it, but when we were on Emerald Coast there, I was making all kinds of compost.
Oh, yeah. You were like the compost king.
Wow, the ones the two bunkers that Will put in on the map, I had them full, plus 2 that I put in myself.
Let's...
Kept them going at a full-time basis.
Straw empty. There we go.
My bottleneck was the bagging, compost bagging facility.
Well, this map you can place it. Could you place it on Emerald Coast? I don't remember.
The bagging? There was already one on there. I don't know if you could put another one.
I think maybe it was a sync thing. Server sync caused the icon to go away.
Of course, I'm the compost that put up with Stoltz's bull only.
what it holds, yeah. I mean, what does the crop dryer hold?
Hey, there's a row and a half of hay for you, Mr. Klein.
Let's go with,
Or did you already pick up hay? Pick up loose hay?
I haven't picked up hay yet.
No,
you
just
haven't picked up
grass.
hay. Okay.
Grain dryers 2. $89,000 ears of corn, soybeans. Yeah. I don't think in any of the productions to up the max capacities because, like,
Oh, we're gonna have to test something.
it won't take long at all to get 89,000 liters of something.
Yeah.
And then you'll have to either put down 5 or 6
in order for the triggers
productions.
for the water and diesel to go in. On EC, trigger was too high or too low, or something. I don't know which one it is. We had to raise the ground anyway, so it might have been too high.
It's less than 2 forage wagon loads are going to fill up the pre-compost facility. I see people filling up like the grain dryers, and then the production probably isn't the fastest. So then they're going to be frustrated with, you know, they can't dry all their corn because they can't put 1 million liters in. Yes, that's unrealistic, but it's not too far from realm of believability that they would try. Let's go add this to the pre-composter. Oh, Mr. Easy, it was, you put 2 words in a period without a space. The bot is not smart. So the bot thinks you posted a link because you had 2 words and then a period between them. Yeah, definitely a bad robot. So you say we could take the the buildable beef lot, cattle lot, and you can have 10,000 cows on the map.
That's a few.
Wayne, how many did you have on Chilliwack?
I only had 4,000.
See, it's time to upgrade.
I was gonna say 4 cows is not really many.
Yeah, I'm not impressed at all.
All I know is that it took like a half hour just to feed them. It was unreal. You just unload and unload and unload.
Just a half hour.
Well, that's with all the, but that's with everything already back.
We had unreal capacity trailers on the map, so when you had 250,000 liters of TMR in your trailer, it only took about a half hour. Now, if you're only using a 68,000 liter TMR mixer like base game stuff, that you'd be just all day.
Hey, but he loves that horse.
Even Schultz's TMR make facility could not keep up.
So he didn't build it outright? His TMR facility couldn't even produce enough TMR for his cows?
I don't know. I think it was more the advanced animals mod, just kind of make everything.
Oh, that just completely took things out of kilter.
Yep.
Well, plus, I mean, how many people did you know that play farms that scale out to 4,000 cows?
16. I can't name them all right now because some really bad names. Peter, what's up? Happy afternoon to you.
I'm going to make one more row of hay and then we can bale it and see if we can sell it.
This map is Nowhere, Kansas 22, as is in the title. It maybe was the original model from 17, but it has been reworked as a 22 production. Let's see, does this thing hold compost? Or pre-compost? No, it does not. Let's go and do a trailer that will hold it. Pre-compost. There is post-compost. That would be your crops after you put it on a field. It is not released. Which is why we are doing live pre-release testing. And we're going to put this in our pre-compost bunker. Then we will compact it and cover it up. So we compact it just like we would compact chaff into silage. Then after it cooks, it will be a nice dark, black, rich earth. Get this composted pretty quick. Date has not yet been established, Peter, but the goal is to get this testing done as quickly as possible.
I could say you got wheat in my grass field.
Shouldn't take too long to test, given the fact that it's a wilderness map.
Technically, wheat is a grass anyway,
I saw Jacer go flying across my screen.
There we go.
I know. I don't know what tractor he's got there. That thing must go at least 80 miles an hour.
So now we've covered it up.
JCB or something.
It will convert to compost. And then we could use that on...
There's already a tractor hooked up to a baler.
Yeah,
we could use that
that's what he was running over to.
I was running over it.
Our fields, or we can sell it.
I see it moving now.
And we can sell it either as either loose or bagged compost. Alright, so we are making silage. Silage is not accepted here. Thought it would be. What is this?
Just finished up his row of shame.
I didn't see any shame anywhere.
I saw it. Just because it wasn't on camera doesn't mean it wasn't there.
It never existed. It
The
wasn't
entire
documented.
bottom half of the map is
Oh, we
wheat.
got a good bit of wheat picked. I guess I'll.
now
try to
it's
sell
not
it in the big
planted
bin here.
wheat. It is simply painted wheat. So when you harvest it, you do
Since I
get
hopped on
the
late.
grass
there's a
texture
railroad?
underneath of it.
Is that true?
But it does give you a crop if you buy the
Is there a
farmlands
railroad cell station?
that have
Like an
wheat
elevator?
there.
I would not recommend being on the railroad when one of the trains comes either.
There's no train sell points, but there are 2 sell stations, one on the southeast and southwest.
Which one did you sell wheat to already, so I know which one to
Both.
go to?
Both.
Okay. Just wanted to check and see.
Maybe in like, I don't know, 10 minutes, do we all want to have a plowing party? Where we try to plow up this field. Not the entirety of the field, but we can see in 20 some minutes how much we get ground up with. What do we got? 4 people in? 5 people in?
4. Yep.
And then, you know, for the sensible folks, we'll buy some machinery. Blew through $10 million already.
You should not be surprised by that.
Well, he did buy 7 plots of land, or how many he did there.
Yeah.
Well, I think the goal should be, since it's a 16x map, you better blow through 16 million the first night.
So those that came late, let's just fly
I
down
want to
here.
ask how I got between the train tracks. I just randomly teleported it where I ended
Benny,
up.
there are no additional crops. We do have some custom production. We have the ability to dry corn and dry soybeans with the use of propane.
You
We
must be
also
using
have
super strength.
anhydrous ammonia built in to the map.
I think that was a server
There is
save
custom
there, but I
production
do have it
in
on.
pre-compost and bagged compost as well.
Back in a minute.
There are several paintable ground and foliage layers. 36 farmlands of various sizes and shapes. We have sell points and buy points in the southeast and west corners of the map. So here we have a Midwest grain sell point. We can also buy pig food from there. We have a shipper here, which is going to take several of our productions. We have our anhydrous ammonia buy point. We have then fertilizer and lime buy points. There is a AI train that runs through the southern part of the map. It is not a buyable train. It's not rideable. It's not. There is no train sell point. Peter does farming. Welcome. Welcome. This runs a lot better than the FS19 version. FS19 suffered from little micro stutters on big maps like this. This is your starting area. Your farmhouse is also over here. Fury Machine Gaming, it was first available as a joke in FS19. Nowhere, Kansas had a giant hole in the ground, which was your sell point down here in the southeast corner of the map. This time around, it's a bit more serious, set up as a wilderness map, a no man's land style map, if you will. So we have another grain sell point down here in the southeast corner. We also have buy points for liquid fertilizer, herbicide. We have sell points for lumber or wood. We have propane buy points. We have buy point for seed. We have sell point for bales and such down here. So yeah, we're about to plow up some land. Here is the buyable farmlands. I bought these farmlands down here because I want everybody that's going to be testing this map out with me to build out their own little farm on each of these little squares. And we'll see how things look tomorrow. Hopefully, we'll be streaming on this map tomorrow. I originally bought Farmland ID 6, and we're plowing up a portion of Farmland ID 6 right here. There is some wheat that is pre-placed on the map. It is not a field. It is just painted in, but basically the entire southern half of the map. 8 maps worth of wheat down here for you to harvest up. Remember, this is a 16x map, so the map is 8 standard maps wide and 8 standard maps tall. I believe that's right. I believe that's the correct math. I am shooting for the vehicle shop and animal dealer that is here kind of just north of center. The map has two roads, one that runs center north to south and one runs east to west, just a little bit up from the bottom. We did go ahead and place a few custom buildings that are included with the map over here on the big Farmland ID 14, which is itself probably more than a 4x map all by itself. So we're making pre-compost, we're making compost, we're making silage. Here's several of the paintable ground textures that are available. Then lots of paintable ground foliage, including paintable cultivated and plowed soil. I mean, if you wanted to, you could paint stones all over your neighbor's fields.
You're missing an attachment on your tractor there, Tukey.
I teleported it over here to get one. Figured I had the T9 already, so I just use it.
All right, are we all? Now we're gonna have a plow party. Wayne, we're going this way.
He's Canadian. Their directions are probably opposite.
Not opposite, they're sideways directions. Huh? Christmas stuff file. If you're making Christmas cookies with mom, that's okay. That's okay. Maybe some gingerbread. You know, great fields. It's okay. I'm sure it's not your first time plowing.
Not with a plow.
I know,
Give
right?
me a mod.
These things are hateful.
Are those gold flakes that we're leaving behind?
That's interesting.
Uh,
When you plow full of painted foliage, is it supposed to go away? I don't know.
so, how come? What am I doing wrong here, Tuki?
Why?
Create fields.
Thank you. Shoot. Come back, clean that up.
Not perfect, but I just flipped the offset and it's plowing at least.
And still, I hold that the most fabulous feature of FS22 is the dynamic PDA that sees fields get drawn in as you plow them up.
Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, some of that painted stuff doesn't plow under.
Does some of it and some of it doesn't?
The bushes and like that gold looking stuff didn't.
You should have turned it on while you were Christmas shopping. Right. Yeah, I don't know if you're able to plow painted foliage normally or not. 23 months, just 1 month shy of 2 full years. Thank you, Captain Kiwi, for being Farm
You'll be able to,
King.
especially if you're.
Might have to do that to get rid of like the forest ground where you paint over the one grass and then go over it. I don't know.
Yeah, I'll get rid of them all when I get down there. Or it might be fun just to leave them. So what do we think about straw harvest? Is it going to be a Christmas Eve thing, a Christmas Day thing, a New Year's Day, New Year's Eve?
I guess to get being a holiday surprise, maybe.
I mean, it's supposed to be coming in 2023, but looking at the calendar, we're literally 2 weeks away from that ending. We're less than a week away from Christmas. Oh,
Don't remind me.
what are you all getting me?
The pleasure of my company right now.
Same thing as last year. Just different color.
A different color of nothing. Dwayne, your tractor's so versatile.
It sure is.
David thinks straw harvest is vaporware. I don't know, we might wake up Christmas morning with a treat in our
I gotta
stocking.
drive the Canadian-made tractor.
Is it Canadian made?
Yep.
Oh, I thought versatile was like Czech or something.
No, they're owned by Rostomash, but born and bred in Canada.
Look at those inferior tractors back there. They can't keep up with our power. We're plowing at 8. What are you all plowing at?
8.
Also,
8.
I just got a late start.
Okay. You're a late bloomer.
I set my line and then I swung back around to straighten out. It's not quite perfect, so I'm overlapping.
Yes. This is a
Yeah, I was gonna
16x
try and
map.
get GPS, but I don't know if I have how much to overset it. So
The auto overset usually works
Which
okay,
makes-
just not quite lined up perfectly on your guys' passes.
Which makes
I could
Farmland
probably
6
wiggle it
massive.
over a little.
I don't have the mod in to tell you how big it is. Well, David, you've got to make your own field. And we already talked about topping that with 1 row carrot harvest. Right, look at these farmlands. 14, are you kidding me? The smallest ones are down here. And these are still big. If you think about a standard map size. Because this map is 8 maps wide and 8 maps tall. In fact, Will is working on a 16x Nebraska lands as we speak.
Right there. I think that's pretty close to being in the right spot now.
So 1, 2, 3. I want to come back row 4. No. Row 4. Let's see if we hit. We should be okay.
Depends on how close our lines were set.
Well, I'm four 6-meter rows over. You're not.
Not on GPS. We're just going.
What?
Mine's on
Hello.
GPS. I just fiddled with the course a
Oh, I
little
didn't
to
have time to set it up.
get rid of the overlap.
Jacer's free balling over here.
Yeah, I'm
So am
still
I.
manual.
Oh my gosh, strap those things down. Quit having them flail around in the wind. Yeah, we thought we could do,
Well, I'm not
this map
using
might be able to
GPS either,
support
so-
10,000 cows with enhanced animal mod. Tuki's got definitely a row of shame over here.
That's because I was fiddling around with the GPS. There's gonna be another one here.
We got Tuki, Jacer, and Dwayne on the server right now. How many pigs? At least 25,000 pigs. Right, how many of those pig pens would it be? How many Boss Hall confinement buildings is that? I mean, I've got my view distance turned all the way up. You're not seeing the buildings to the south at all. GoldenEye, 32 months of Farm Baron membership. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, sir. 21 Boss Hall confinement buildings. That is a lot. That is an awful lot. So you can see how big this is, right? Like, this is massive. This area that we are plowing up. And with respect to the whole map itself, it's very, very small. What on earth did you do?
I mean, that's it.
I zeroed out the offset. And when I flip, when I go the other direction, I just flip the plow. That seems to work. This
That'd
offset
probably be-
stuff is too complex for me.
That'd probably make more sense because I hit invert and just tried to guess on what row I needed to be on. It's not quite perfect. But we'll just say we're strip farming.
Elite Farming, welcome. Welcome. Oh my gosh, it's like 7 miles later. I mean, we got 4 people plowing, and it's still smooth, right?
Yeah.
I said 19 had micro stutters when you were creating fields and changing the layers of the map.
And that was just on a 4X.
Well, not with this one, Captain Kiwi, because it's 16x. Right? Consoles can't even get 4x, let alone a map 4 times bigger than that. So this is a PC-only map. Well, Raz, what we were talking about is down here, I bought several plots, and I wanted everybody to get in and build a farm. Pick a plot and just build a farm. If you just want to plant buildings and ground textures and decorate it up, or if you wanted to go hog wild and put down some fields in these areas, and you know, let's say 15 was your area, you could build a farm and everything in that area, maybe make some fields there. Oh, Will says we have multi-terrain angle. We could plow circles.
The base game one, or did he add it?
Thought he added more.
It was 32. He said.
I'm surprised it's not stuttering a little, because that usually makes things chug some too.
Boink. Can't back up fast enough.
Hey, you better move that thing.
What are you doing there, mister?
I was trying to plow in a circle to show MTA off.
No. Pookie.
Mass Transit Authority, after all.
I was passing Jacer. It was a maneuver.
Yeah, so that's probably an XML thing.
Yeah,
That
that's
Will needs to look at, because some of these is plowing under and some of it's not.
yeah, that's some pretty tough weeds and sticks that don't get broken up by the plow.
So some of it must be like, there must be random XML values for some of this stuff. So we want to go 5, 6, 7, 8.
The subsoil texture is changing. It's just the foliage.
Yeah, it's not going away.
That was confusing.
Lunch
It's
fly,
just
what's
the
up?
back turns before the front does.
Ah, really? We're just testing things and seeing what does and doesn't get plowed under, right? So we know that some of these paintable foliage textures are working, right? I am able to plow them away. Others, like, well, that one, right? The ground underneath is changing, but the foliage itself is sticking around. So there's probably
Right, I should
couple
be
entries.
straight now. I was just sliding my line over to match Klein's
it's probably a couple entries that aren't quite right.
and build the offset.
Look how little narrow that is versus everything else. I cannot list them.
Yeah, I'm
No.
overwrapped by two.
I put them down in
overlapped by
order,
two furrows.
but I don't know which one's which. Sticks
You
and
can use
stones
Alt
will
plus
break my
squeeze up
bones,
and down
but
to
sticks
slide
will
it
never
over.
plow under.
I didn't know that trick till
I know
Scooter
sticks
told
are
me.
one of them.
Well, yeah, but then my other side won't be.
Yeah.
No, whatever comes down.
And whatever the
won't be
last one is
straight,
after
so.
the stones is
That's
one of them.
true. Hopefully Klein gets that pass.
What's that?
Nothing.
This disgrace that you've got over here?
Well, you know,
That was
We'll,
hired help, not me.
we'll do some headlands here, and then we'll put hired help to work on this
maybe
one.
maybe it segments out, like, you know, we're doing really long narrow strips. We're inspired by Polish farming techniques.
That's where your root crops go, is in those two sections.
Can you imagine even just that skinny section? Have that be your carrots. You know, one row at a time.
Well, this plot is 6 meters wide, so yeah, you can have 6 meter swath of every crop. Oh, we would be here hours. Plowing 24-meter wide swaths with all 4 of us. And still not get this big square plowed. Oh, it is Lounge Fly because, again, this is a 16x map. Right? So, 8 maps wide, 8 maps tall. This is taller than a standard map. And might be a little less wider than a standard map. Right?
You want plot 14 cut?
No. Are you insane? I just bought it so to have a little land right close to the shop to put buildings down it. Yeah, we were talking it'd be really cool to have up to 16 friends that were all inclined to want to play on a wilderness map. Everybody could really build out their own areas. Buildings, farms, sell points, fields, roads. You know, you can interconnect all these various points together. And, you know, who knows what type of creation you could end up with. You can put Poplar and 14 on yours, Bergdus. You can do that.
After Kiwi getting input draw, there you go.
It's almost like they put some kind of drug in that sandwich that makes you want to go eat there all the time.
I'm sure there is some drug in the bread. From what I understand, it's not bread in Europe because it's too sweet.
The real question is, what kind of bread do you get at Subway?
White, plain.
No, it should always be the cheesy one.
Cheesy
wheat.
bread?
Wheat
Yeah.
bread. Their wheat bread is good.
Oh, so my kid, for whatever reason, ordered a I don't know what he ordered at a local diner, but it came with rye bread, and his mom was like, "I don't think you're gonna like that." The waitress was like, "I can change it out for, like, you know, Texas toast or something," and he's like, "No, I want it exactly how it is on the menu." And he claims he liked it. We're not sure if he ate it just because we made a big deal about he probably wouldn't like it and he wanted it anyway, or if he really did like rye bread, but let's just say he's never going to get rye bread at our house. We're not going to buy it for ourselves.
Once in a while. I don't buy it all the time, but it's a nice change up from wheat or multigrain.
You can't put a lot of stuff on it, but man, you could make some homemade sub sandwiches with that. What else can you do? You can do a Reuben, right? With rye.
Reubens you usually use rye for.
I think it was a patty melt.
I put brown swagger on it a lot too, but most people don't eat that.
Yeah, patty melt sounds about right too.
I haven't had brown swagger in a couple of years. That's something I buy like once a year.
I buy it a few times a year when I get a Reuben for it.
So 9, 10, 11.
Gotta be the right brand though. Certain brands just don't taste right.
And we'll flip this.
What if I lift the plow and then hit turn?
Hey! You're messing up my purdy square in his field.
Yeah.
The
I
help
think
you
he's
get
worried
these
you're gonna
days.
scratch the paint or something.
Amateur help.
the help you hire.
I have to go back and paint that back to reality, Klein.
You know, I'm the only safe one here who has the beacon turned on his plow.
Well, that's because we need to avoid you. We need to know where you're at all times.
See, you eliminate the offset, it works perfect.
Yeah, and then I wheeled it over a little earlier. I could probably just move it over a hair more, but we're not overlapping by much. I think realistically you'd overlap a tiny bit doing this.
Well, Loungefly, yesterday I had the local grocery. Autosave. The local grocery has a, hot bar. And I had barbecue meatballs and potatoes and probably greens. For lunch yesterday. That was good. That was good. Today it wasn't so good. It was
Doctor,
like some
run out
sort
fuel
of
there, Jacer?
honey crunch bites.
No, I had to sneeze.
And I wasn't really a fan of that. It was too sweet. I'm not a
How
fan
are you
of
doing?
super
Oh,
sweet.
pretty good up till about 20 seconds ago.
Tonight we
How's
had
Super
meatloaf,
Bowl?
mashed
Is he doing any
potatoes,
better?
and
I
corn.
haven't talked to him since yesterday.
Well, I see he was in chat. I don't know if he still is.
He said that when I had to sneeze.
Are you one of those people that sneeze because someone else sneezes?
There's probably a cat here circulating as the heat kicked back on.
How cold is it?
Oh. I will tell you in a second.
It's kind of cool here today. It's in the 30s.
31, it warmed up quite a bit from yesterday. It's supposed to be like 50s by Christmas.
It'll be warmer on Christmas than it was on Halloween.
Yeah, pretty much. Yesterday was kind of cold. It was 20s and windy, but didn't do anything all day.
Yeah.
It's windy here yesterday.
Oh, you guys had all that rain?
We had rain on Sunday.
Okay.
I would be happy to get a week or two of rain at this point. It's been way too dry this year.
I agree.
We got a whole whopping ½ inch, I think, in the last 2 days.
There's sandbars in the Mississippi I don't remember seeing before ever.
Yeah, it's still kind of windy today. I told you, Captain Kiwi, you gotta get a salad sub. Right? And then come home and put all the meat on it. We're not down there yet.
I just
We'll
noticed
be down
on
there
the
in a
third
moment.
bottom end on these plows, there's some poses that look like they're glitched. They're just levitating in the air. I could see it on Klein's too.
What?
Zoom in on, I think it's about the third bottom of the some random. It looks like hydraulic hoses, like levitating in the. Did anything? The same on mine too.
Alright, we're about to find out.
We'll get on and show you when you stop at the end row here.
We'll see if these stones go away or not.
But before you flip it.
I would say no, they're not going away. Nope, stones are staying, at least small stones are. But then, well, the grasses are going away. Whatever's right before or after, I guess whatever's after cultivated soil stays. 13, 14, 15, and 16.
Okay, come look at where I'm standing on this plow.
Ah, there are just some random hoses there.
Yeah, I didn't notice till I was moving the camera around and it thought that doesn't look right.
Oh, just a little tink. Let's see, do our shrooms go away? I don't know, we'll have to wait for somebody else to plow them.
I'm glad your stone's turned off. It'd be ungodly to pick them up on a map like this with the base game stone pickers.
Oh yeah, I turned them off.
I can't confirm the mushrooms don't fall under either.
So the mushrooms stay. I mean, if you're crazy enough to put stones on your ground, then I don't think they should go away.
I think they'd be so bad if they tweak them for the next one to be more like, you know, the way the weeds spawn in with PF, where they'd be like extremely low chance to have patches show up.
I mean, look how wide this
tillies.
looks, right? To how wide that looks. Right, that's big. Right, there's some fields that aren't that big. There's lots of fields that aren't that big. But if you just look here, that doesn't look all that wide. Right? Alright guys, that's going to do me for the night. I still got to go into work tomorrow morning. So I can't stay up super late having a plow party all night long. Wanted to stream this and show you all this 16x wilderness map that is coming to PC players. It'll be released over at Nexus Mods. Look up CCS 101 over there. Same person that released Emerald Coast released Nebraska lands for FS19, Emerald Coast for FS19, as well as multiple other maps. I believe all of his 19 maps are posted over Nexus Mods, and his FS22 content is going to be posted over there as well. We're going to be continuing to bring you Nowhere Kansas content until we get this map fully tested and ready for full release. Keep an eye on the channel. Subscribe if you're not a subscriber, because we will be publishing a map tour when this map does go full release, and that is the easiest way of knowing when it is out and ready for everyone to enjoy. Keep an eye on the Giants Mod Hub. If there's a map release tomorrow, we're going to be busy recording that. If not, we'll plan to be back here again, Nowhere Kansas, tomorrow night. So again, just keep a look on the channel for something to be scheduled up. Until next time, happy farming.